Hey guys, I'm Tom the Tech Chap, and it's finally here, the new OnePlus 6T. I'm going to unbox this for you right now, run you through what's new, have a bit of a play with it, and see what my kind of first impressions are, because I have been using the OnePlus 6 for quite a long time. This was actually one of my favorite phones of this year, and I was using the red one until I left it in the back of an Uber in Berlin, at which point I swapped to some other phones. Now I should start by saying this is actually a bit of a reviewer's guide box. The normal retail unit will just be the sort of normal phone box. So this thing obviously will have a few extras in. So in this box we've got the phone, some cases, some new Type-C bullet headphones, cleaning cloth, reviewer's guide, a light box, and a phone stand. So we do have a few little extras here. First up, we've got this little manual, this little booklet, which shows off, well, actually that's quite handy. What's new? Screen unlock, Oxygen OS with Android 9, bigger battery, better photos, slightly smaller notch, smart boost, a higher base spec. So that's kind of the key new points, but obviously we'll go into that in more detail in just a second. Awesome, so a glossy little reviewer's guide, and now we get to the good stuff. We've got a lot going on here. This is clearly the phone, which is, as you can see, completely wrapped. I have not unboxed this before the video, but let's put that to one side for just a second and see what else we've got. That is a lot of cases. 1, 2, 3 cases, and what are these? What's this? Oh, this is the new earphones, the new OnePlus Type-C Bullets earphones. So we'll come on to that as well. We've got 3 cases there, all very nice. I think I kind of like this carbon fiber effect one the most. Little red cleaning cloth. Wow, what's going on in here? Oh, so this is like a bit of a phone stand, I imagine. So let's put that all to one side just for a second, because we've got so much going on here. Ooh, very nice. OnePlus Type-C Bullet. So as you probably know from the rumors, the OnePlus 6 has finally, unfortunately, got rid of the headphone jack. We did have it on the OnePlus 6, but no more on the 6T, unfortunately. So that's why they're now offering these OnePlus Type-C Bullet headphones, so you can plug them in to the Type-C port, because there's no headphone jack. But I want to get on to the good bit, the phone. Let's open this up. Now on the back here it says, OnePlus Community, a collection of individuals possessed of a tremendous understanding and superior taste in the finest technology, if they don't say so themselves. What's most important is that they're a part of what we do, and that includes you. Let's take all this plastic off. Shouldn't that have a T on it or something? Like from the front it looks like it's just the OnePlus 6, but oh, there we go. OnePlus 6T. Yeah, it is the right one. And there we have it. There it is. OnePlus 6T. So straight away you can see they're showing off the fact that this now has a in-screen fingerprint reader. They've got rid of the rear fingerprint reader on the 6. Now it's built into the screen. We'll come out to the phone in just a second. Let's see what else we get in the actual retail box. I really like the fact that OnePlus do bundle a case with it. It's this little silicone transparent case. And you got some little bits of paperwork and a SIM ejector tool. A word from Pete, OnePlus CEO. Oh, how kind of you, Pete. A handwritten note that you've printed out to probably thousands of people. Friend, let me be the first to welcome you to the OnePlus community. Oh, I'm sure that's very nice. Never settle. Cheers, Pete. Very kind of you. And then, as you'd expect, we've got the fast charging plug and the USB-C to USB-A red cable. Pretty standard for a OnePlus device. But then, this is new. Right at the bottom here, a 3.5mm to USB-C headphone adapter. So yes, as you can see, they have got rid of the headphone jack, living that hashtag adapter life. That was a lot of unboxing for an unboxing video. There were many boxes to be unboxed, but I think we're done. And I think we can now move on to the phone, the OnePlus 6T. One thing I do like, and I always notice straight away, is that there is a screen protector already on the phone. I love that. It's such a simple thing. Now it does feel very similar, well, pretty much identical actually to the OnePlus 6. You can see the difference in colors. This is the 6 and this is the 6T. I've got it in midnight black here versus the mirror black. Which one do you prefer? The slightly more matte finish or the glossy mirror black? So you can see there's now no fingerprint reader on the back. That's because it's built into the screen. We've got 2 grills here, 1 speaker, I guess 1 is microphone, and you can see straight away, this is one of the bigger upgrades of the 6T, that they've shrunk that bezel even further. They've really reduced that notch to this sort of water drop shape. Elsewhere around the phone, we've got the volume rocker on the left side, we've got the power button on the right, along with the notification toggle that we're used to with OnePlus phones. So you can put it on silent mode, keep the volume on, or just put it into vibrate. So not really a major departure from before. We've obviously lost that fingerprint. The notch is smaller, bezel's a little bit thinner. Not a major change in terms of design. So with all that setup completed, we are now on the home screen, and straight away I can see there's an update to be had. So this update is going to improve the screen unlock, bring some new gestures, optimize power, general bug fixes, improvements to Nightscape, that's one of the new features as well, better nighttime photos. So we've got a 6.41-inch display, it's a Full HD Plus resolution, which means we get 402 pixels per inch. Now if I bring the OnePlus 6 back in and have them side by side, you can see there really isn't much of a difference. The bottom bezel is a tiny bit thinner, but really it's just that reduced notch that's most obvious. They feel the same, aside from this slightly different texture because I've got them in the different finishes. They both use the same Snapdragon 845 processor and come with either 6 or 8 gigs of RAM. Okay, we've got 8 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of storage, so this is the higher end model, and we've got Oxygen OS 9 and Android 9. The new in-screen fingerprint reader seems to work really well. It's definitely one of the fastest I've used and so far seems pretty reliable. So as you'd expect with Oxygen OS built on Android 9, everything feels super slick and fast. There's also a new feature called Smart Boost, which OnePlus say will automatically make apps launch faster, somewhere between 5 and 40% depending on the app, and it's something I'll definitely test in my full review. While everyone's talking about the notch and the fingerprint reader, for me the biggest upgrade here is the battery. The 6T comes with a 3,700 mAh battery versus 3,300 on the 6, so hopefully we'll get a few extra hours from the 6T. Bizarrely, there's still no official IP rating. I asked them about this, but they just say it's still water resistant, same as the 6. So yes, it'll survive a drop in the puddle or if it's being rained on, but I probably wouldn't take it swimming. As for the camera, it's essentially the same hardware as before, the same sensors. We've got a 60 megapixel f1.7 main lens with OIS and a second 20 megapixel f1.7 lens, but unfortunately this isn't an optical zoom or wide angle, it's just a depth sensor so you can get better portrait shots. What's new though is some fancy software trickery. OnePlus say that we should see the 6T offer improved dynamic range, better low light shots with Nightscape, and more natural portrait shots thanks to new AI and studio lighting options. So my first impressions are, well, I guess a little underwhelming, but I reserve judgment for my full review. But at the same time, the bigger battery is definitely welcome, the smaller notch looks nicer, although you can still hide it if you prefer, and we'll have to see whether Smart Boost really makes it feel faster, and if the software improvements to the camera do actually make much of a difference. I don't have confirmed pricing right now, I'm sure you'll probably have this when you watch this on launch day, but I think it'll be around $550, so it might be a little bit more expensive than the current one, but nothing significant, and still offer incredible value for money compared to some of these super expensive flagships. So what do you reckon? Are you tempted by the 6T? Do you think it's a reasonable upgrade, or not really much of a difference? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure you stay tuned and click that subscribe button because I'll be doing a full review on this, as well as camera comparisons, battery tests, all that good stuff, so make sure you do stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time right here on the Tech Chat.